Hi everyone, this is Lori here from Lori Hooks. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me today. So I have a sad video to make today, at least the beginning part, in terms of my life news. And I apologize, Sophie is right here with me and I'm petting her. She wants a lot of attention right now. So it's about 2 weeks since I last been on the August long weekend, which was so the first Monday in August. Here's a holiday, so that would have been August 1st. So that weekend we went, my husband and I went camping and took our dogs. And it was a quiet weekend. Our older dog, Molly, was not feeling well. She hasn't been well for a couple months. She enjoyed her weekend of camping. She enjoyed getting to lie in she likes camping. She likes to lie in the grass. She just likes to be with us. She likes watching the people walk by and smelling the smells and all those kind of things. But she wasn't feeling well. She spent most of the time just lying down and sniffing and listening to us and all those kind of things that she likes to do. And then after we came home, we decided that it was time to say goodbye to her. Molly was 11 years old. It's funny, we'd actually got her on August long weekend in 2011. My husband and I, although when we were kids, we never had big dogs. We had dogs, but we never had big dogs. My husband and I both love labs. And I thought the yellow labs were especially pretty. And so we had been watching for a yellow lab for a little while, and had come across somebody who had some pups and decided to go see them because they were now old enough to get a new home, and decided to go see them on that long weekend and ended up taking one with us, which was a little unexpected. So we had to come home and adjust ourselves to our new pup, and it was wonderful, and she was a wonderful girl, and she loved us and we loved her, and she took care of us. And then 4 years ago we decided to get a second dog, so she had a companion, and so Sophie's adjusting to losing her sister. Of course, all of us are having a rough time. I would say, dogs don't really show you, they show you emotions differently than people do. They're out of character. They do different things than what they normally do. They seem a little bit mopey, stuff like that. So, because Molly wasn't a very good car rider, we didn't take Sophie a lot of places with us. In the few days that Molly's been gone, we've taken Sophie pretty much everywhere with us that we've gone. So I don't think she'd actually been home alone, like somebody else had been in the house with her all the time, whether, when our son's here, he's in his room a lot, so, and his door's closed, it's not like she can get in there with him. But, somebody had been here, but like this morning, I went to go get coffee, and decided that I wasn't going to take her. I was going to leave her here for the 15 minutes that it takes me to go there and come back, just so she could try it out. And yeah, she tried to force her way out the door with me, which normally she, when I'm leaving, she just kind of lays on the carpet in the living room and doesn't really react to you going anywhere. She's you know, she just kind of lays there and watches you leave. It's not a big deal. You tell her she's a good girl and you know, and goodbye, and you leave, and she's like, reacts like whatever. Not today. She was trying to force herself out the front door with me. And as I said, I've been gone for about 15 minutes. When I came back, she was breathing hard and stuff, so a little anxiety there. So she's having a rough time. We're all having a rough time. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough time for us to go get our daughter before saying goodbye to Molly. She was suffering a bit, and we decided to put Molly's first. So we had said goodbye to her, and then on Wednesday, and then on Thursday, I drove up to where our daughter is working, which is, with no traffic, it's about 2.5 hour drive. I drove up there Thursday, spent the afternoon with her. As soon as she saw me, she knew why I was there, because I didn't tell her I was coming because it wasn't her day off. So I knew if I called her and told her I was coming, I knew she would know why. So I didn't want her to know until I got there. So as soon as I got there and she saw me, she knew why I was there. We spent the afternoon together hanging out, and she decided to come home with me for a few days. So she brought her laundry home and stuff like that, left everything else there. And she came home and spent the weekend with us, which was really nice. We enjoyed having her home for a few days. And yesterday I made the trek to take her back, and because it was Sunday cottage traffic, the trip there was fine. The drive home was a little long. So I was in my car for the better part of the day yesterday, but it is what it is. I'm glad to get to see her for the weekend. And yeah, so that is my news. So it's been almost 2 weeks since I made a video, and I have crocheted a lot of mindless projects. The ones that weren't a mindless project, I did have to force myself to work on it. So I'm going to start with that. I will insert a picture here, and I'm sorry it's not a very good picture. I forgot to take a picture. So I'd shown on my last video that I'd started another cake gnome for a friend of mine's granddaughter's first birthday. She requested purples. So yeah, so I had started this cake gnome for her. I had done, I think I'd done the arms and the body on my last video. So I had finished the cake tiers and the candle late last week, and on early, so when I say late last week, late the week that 2 weeks ago when I did the video was, I think I did my video midweek. So I finished the cake tiers. I didn't take it camping with me because I wanted mindless stuff for camping. So when I came back, I finished the cake tiers and the candle, and I had started assembling because you have to put cardboard inside them to keep them formed. So I had started the assembly and gluing it together, and I glue the portions, and then I leave them to sit for 24 hours between so that the glue has time to dry. At least I try to. So I left those parts sitting, and so then Saturday I had to get it done because the birthday party was yesterday. So on Saturday I hadn't crocheted the nose yet, so I crocheted the nose, assembled everything, and got it ready for our friend's granddaughter's birthday party. So I did manage to get to the party right at the end yesterday, and did get time to watch them open their gifts and stuff like that. And so that is Cake Gnome done, and I'm glad to have it behind me. Not that I didn't enjoy working on it, I just didn't enjoy working on it right now. And that was paid for pattern, a PamPino pattern, and I did print it off. Here's the pattern. And this was my second time making one of these. I did really enjoy the first one. It's not the pattern or anything like that. It's just the timing and needing to get it done. So it's done. I'm glad it's behind me. So on to the other things that I've been working on. I showed on my last video that I had made this sock, and then I was a little concerned it wasn't stretchy enough. And my scale wasn't working. Wasn't really sure if I had, it's not that it's not working, I need a new battery, and I still didn't go get a battery yet. But I didn't know if I would have enough. It's not like a really stretchy. It's a little bit stretchy, but not stretchy enough. I think I should have gone up a needle size because these are knit socks. But anyway, so when my daughter was home on the weekend, she did try it on, and it fits her, so she likes them. She said she probably would wear them around the house, not with shoes, which is fine. But she liked it, which surprised me because these have wool in them. They're a little bit scratchy. I thought she would be too particular about that, but she was walking around with the sock on Saturday for quite a while, so she said she liked it. So I had already started the second one because I wasn't sure, and I dropped it, sorry. Wasn't sure, I wasn't sure if I had enough yarn to make another pair, so I just decided to do the second one and get it done anyways. So I've done the ribbing and I've started on the leg of the sock. I've gotten that far so far. It's a good mindless project right now. So the other thing that I've been working on, oh, and this is called, this sock pattern is called, and I'm going to tag these in the description box below if you'd like to look them up. Made by Dreams in Fiber, Hermiones Everyday Sock. And I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Try not to show you the pattern. That's what it looks like. So when I did print it out, it is a free pattern on Ravelry, I think, but I will link it below, as I said. So that's my socks. So my second thing that I've been working on, and I did show this initially in my last video. What have I done with the pattern? So I started a cardigan, and I started this with a 6, I think I'm sitting on it, I am. I started this with a 6mm hook, and I didn't like the way that how it was coming out, so I decided to go down to a 5mm. So I frogged out, I was probably about 8 or 9 rows in, so I decided to frog it out and start again. So here's what I have on my new one so far, and I just cut in for the armholes, and it's too big. Tried it on after I cut in for the armholes, and it's too big. So I'm going to rip out a few rows and go back and do the medium size. So I am enjoying this. This is made with Line Brand Trubu, and I actually am already just finishing the second skein. I have a little tiny bit left on it. That's all I have left of this skein. And I have a wrapper here if you like to see it. So this is Line Brand Trubu in the color Celery. And I am enjoying working on it. I like the way that it feels. The yarn's a little bit splitty, but I really like it, so that's okay. And I do like the way the pattern looks. So I'm just going to frog out a couple rows, get it a little smaller, and hopefully then the sizing will be better. So that is my cardigan so far, and I can't keep dropping stuff on the floor today. And this pattern, it's from Joy of Motion Crochet, but I don't remember what it's called. I want to say Everyday Cardigan, but I think that's wrong. Maybe it's Rosie's Cardigan. It'll be linked in the description box below. It is available for free on her blog. I did buy the pattern because I like to print things, so I had started it, done a few rows, knew that I was going to like working on it, and then I had purchased it because the first pattern that I purchased for cardigan, I did like probably 6 or 7 rows and did not like the way it was working up at all. so I didn't want to pay for another pattern and then find out I didn't like this one. So I did do a few rows and then buy it once I was sure that I was going to like it. So that is my cardigan so far. So the other thing that I was working on, and I haven't shown this in a while, I was working on this one when we were camping. And this, I'm making a cotton solid granny for my bed, and this is how big it is now. And so it's a solid granny, so it's not quite to my wingspan yet, so I'd say it's probably, if I measured it, we're probably about 4 feet square now. So that's what it looks like. And I'm just, it's interesting the way that the colors work out from, it's variegated yarn, and this is Bernat Handicrafter, and I know it seems like an odd yarn to use for a blanket for your bed, but as I said, I have dogs. Well, I have a dog, and she likes to scratch things. She likes to rearrange the covers, and she with things, and so I need things that are durable. It's not like this is going to be, not that it's that bad really, it's not going to be right up against your skin. I have a sheet in between, so, but I wanted something cooler for the bed for summer. The rate I'm going, it's not going to be done for summer, but I have this much left of the second skein, and I bought those huge skeins. They're like, that we get at, I buy them at Walmart. So I have, I think 2 more, maybe 3 more I can put in here. But this is a good mindless project right now. The last time I showed you guys, where's my last old marker? It's gotta be here somewhere. There it is. So I had done from here to here, and of course this worked in the round, so that's quite a bit since the last time you've seen it. And I've been working on it on and off, but I just haven't shown it in a while. It's not that exciting of a project. So that's what I've been working on, kind of the mindless stuff. I think I'm going to do that for the next little bit until I get something else that really talks to me that I really want to work on. So I apologize. Next video probably won't be too exciting either. But it is what it is. So that's my video for today. I apologize that it's not a nicer video. I apologize I don't have better news. And I know this isn't a good video, but it is what it is. I need to get the news out there. We need to keep going. And yeah, so if you like to talk about what you're working on, I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, so that's it for today's video, and I'll see you next time on Lori Hooks. Bye.